people are being notified.
Perfect.
Go back to prop shop.
Yeah, prop shop's a good name.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. Hopefully people will start to like it. All right, we got somebody from Twitter on here now. Drop a comment too, so we know who's in this. TikTok is getting rolling. J Max back in. Darren's in. All right, well, it's another day in the MLB today. We got props once again, so let's get it rolling. Starting with Rangers Yankees, good game today. Nathan Eovaldi. Oh wait, am I in the one? Yep, Nathan Eovaldi back on the mound, under 17.5 outs.
Yep, numbers play 17.5. I mean, it's minus 130. He hasn't played the Yankees yet this year, but last year he kind of struggled against Yankees. 2 starts, he only made it, I think, 9 2/3 innings combined. And 3 guys on the Yankees are actually hitting over 300 against him lifetime. So, yeah, I mean, it's a tough lineup to get through, especially 6 straight innings. That third time around, the lineup, they might get to him and get him out of the game, hopefully before 6.
Definitely, and it's a lineup that's more than capable of doing that.
Right.
Let's see, we got a comment on Detroit money line. We'll get to that game in a little bit. Padres at the Blue Jays. Bowden Francis over 3.5 Ks. A nice looking number there. You see the strikeouts coming.
Yep. Over in 7 his last 10. His last 2, I think he's at like a little over 5 strikeouts in his last 10 starts. I think he's at 10 starts on the year exactly. So you're pretty much 5 strikeouts a game. It's a good number. Padres they're tough to strike out, and that's why it's only 3.5 and it's not 4.5. Yeah. But still, just numbers wise, I like it. Don't love it, but I like it.
And you got to think, I mean, if you're gonna, if he can last 5 innings,
right?
Getting 4 strikeouts, just chances are you can get some swings and misses. Right. Phillies at the Rockies. Now, this one of our favorite plays. They actually are free play as well for everybody. A positive EV play. German Marquez over 14.5 total outs. I know it's a good Phillies lineup, but they need him to get through 5 innings, at least today. It's a necessity for them to get there.
Yep. It's a little scary, obviously, Coors Field. But no, I mean, I like it, and positive EV, the value's there. This is a great play.
Yeah. I think, other books, in the minus 170s on that, we locked it in at minus 140. And of course, if you guys are, in the free play chat, you get that every single day, and we give you a slip to parlay it with if you don't have that positive EV book. So if you did have to take it at minus 170, we're using the Braves over 1.5 runs today to get you that value there. And I mean, we've made people a lot of money on these types of plays. So
absolutely, yeah, 76 and 59. I'll take that every day. Let's try to get to 80 before 60 losses.
Definitely, and even we have gotten even better at the free plays. Like, we started out the year hot, and then we hit a little bit of a rough stretch, and then since we've turned to our positive EV plays for free plays, it has just been unstoppable with this. So I hope you guys have all been tailing that, because you'd be up a lot of money right now.
Right, really.
Angels at the A's. So this is an interesting game here. Before we get to the player prop, the Angels are somehow playing pretty solid baseball right now, and I think they're going for a 4-game road sweep today. Which
right after sweeping the Dodgers.
Right after sweeping not things I thought I'd say about the Angels this year. Our model even liked the Angels, in this game today. Logically, I would think A's got to play for some pride at home, but to their credit, the Angels are playing good baseball right now.
No, they absolutely are. This is a scary spot for them, though, for sure. Trying to complete the sweep in Sacramento, and then Severino's on the mound, and he's been pitching well. I mean, he really has been well. That last time he was out, they ended up losing the game, but it was only 1-0 game to the Giants. I mean, he's been solid. So tough spot though.
Yeah, after a rough start to the year for him too, he's settled down a lot, and he's showing why I think he's their highest paid player in franchise history or something. The highest paid pitcher for them.
Right.
So then for the prop, you've got Shea
Langeliers
under 1.5 total bases here.
Yep, numbers play. He's been ice cold. Under in 4 of his last 5 and 7 of 10. It's just sticking with the trends on that one. There's not really any other great prop in that game today.
Yep, and then let's see. We got questions in the chat. Boston money line. We'll get to that game. Yankees and Blue Jays money line. I'd say I like the Yankees more than I like the Blue Jays from a money line standpoint there, probably.
For sure.
Ward over 5.5 hitter score. So that's a fantasy score. To be honest, I don't even know what all goes into calculating the fantasy scores on this. So not going to have great advice on that one. Blue Jays Do you like Blue Jays game over 8.5 total runs?
I don't mind. Like, what was that yesterday? 14-0 or something. The
Yeah,
Blue Jays beat
yeah,
them. So I don't know. You got to think the Padres bounce back a little bit.
yep.
And then if the Blue Jays bats stay hot, yeah, I mean, why not? I'd be scared to take the under. That's for sure.
And then we got sure bets in the chat as well. Sure bets. What are your sure bets today? We got to see what you're on, and we'll let you know what we think. Our next game, Guardians at the Tigers. Spencer Torkelson over half a hit, -160. Marcus seems to be pretty confident that he's going to be getting a hit today.
Yep. No, I like it. He's 2 for 7 against Tanner Bibby lifetime, but over in 4 of his last 5, 2 of those games he had 2 or 3 hits, multi-hit games. So, no, I love it. It's a little juicy, -160, but Tigers' offense really is kind of rolling.
Yeah, no, they are. They've started to turn the bats on, and this could also be another play that you parlay with something.
Sure.
You could even parlay that with the Braves over 1.5 runs and get
right.
pretty solid value on this play.
Totally.
Now we got the Brewers Pirates game. Interesting division game. Rice Hoskins over half a hit here. Money line prediction, and then break this prop down.
Yep. Well, love the Brewers. Run the Brewers. But for the prop, he's on a 5-game hitting streak, 8 of his last 10. It's like 11 of his last 15. The guy's on fire.
Yeah.
And we like the Brewers today anyway, so hopefully those bats get hot, and he's one of them.
And Pirates called up a minor league guy to start today's game too. So, you hopefully for the Brewers bats and for us, you get that chance to jump on him early in his first MLB start here. Braves Nationals. So we like the Braves to score 2+ runs today because that's our parlay play, on some of these positive E ones. But then Ozzy Albies over 1.5 total bases +140. Definitely hoping this happens because that means, we're likely seeing some runs scored here too.
Right, and this was our prop yesterday for this game, but it got postponed. But same kind of stuff. He's been hot over in 3 of his last 5, and he's had a lot of success against was it Trevor Williams? I think it's Trevor. But he's pitching for the Nationals today. He's had a lot of success in his career with him, and he's seen him a lot, like 22 at bats, I believe. So let's get him on base and get the Braves rolling a little bit.
Yeah, just a nice first inning double right there would be the ideal situation. Let's see. Sure Bets commented he's got Carlos Rodon 5+ strikeouts today, and then the Phillies over 10.5 hits.
Hope not.
Yeah, I know that's what I was saying for Marquez. We're hoping that actually is not going to be the case today. So we'll see on that one. And I don't know. Are the Phillies going for a sweep today?
They are. Yeah, they haven't lost to the Rockies unless it's a 4-game. Unless it's a 4-game, but I think this is for the sweep.
Yeah, so that's another thing I just like about Marquez, is his situation today.
Right.
Is that it could be a better game for the Rockies overall, which means that, he can hopefully stretch out to 5 innings, which really for a normal team is not asking a lot, but for the Rockies it is.
Right, seriously.
It is a little bit more of a stressful situation there. All right, only a couple more games today. It is Thursday, so it's travel day for all teams. Orioles, Red Sox, Lucas Giolito under 5.5 strikeouts.
Yep. Only 4 starts on the year. He's been under in 3 of them. He's averaging a little less than 4 a game. Just the numbers play. -148 is really not that bad to get this. Mm-hmm. So, no, I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, I do. I think that's a pretty solid prop right there. And then Mariners, Astros, Lance McCullers under 4.5 strikeouts. I think this is only now his 3rd start of the year going into this.
And he hasn't sniffed this number. He hasn't gotten even close. I love this prop. I mean, and we had him the other day when we first started doing these props, and it was an easy winner. We're just going back to it. We might do it every start he has until he can prove himself. But yeah, I love this prop, and it's a good number, -118. The Mariners do strike out. I mean, they're like 21st in the league in strikeouts. Still love this prop.
Yep, and I mean they're on the road again, so they are a great road team. So they seem to step it up when they're not at home.
Right.
So top 3 props, 4 and 2 on these in the last 2 days. So making people some money on this. Like the Marquez one, that's our free play of the day as well for everybody. It's in the Discord. All this is in the Discord too, as you can see on the screen right now. That Lance McCullers one, I think, is a great prop here. And then Ozzy Albies, we think the Braves are going to score a lot of runs. I think they win this game too. He helps lead the way for that offense.
And strictly value-wise, that's one of the last couple of days we've had a lot more plus money props, but today this is really one of the only ones, and it could be a pick 'em. So I mean, I'll take that with the value of +140 all day long.
100%. Now we got Lopez pulls fire in the chat saying Judge, Schwarber, and Tatis home runs. I would personally not do that. I think that's you know, I think that's the parlay Vegas wants you to make is take 3 power bats to hit a home run, but I would bet they're not all 3 going to happen today.
Good luck.
Said, what about Red Sox moneyline -125, Padres -1 +107, Brewers -1 +103?
Like the Brewers the most out of those.
Yep.
Red Sox, the Orioles ended up winning that game yesterday.
I was going to actually check that. I forget who ended up winning that one.
But, the Orioles are weird as hell.
Yeah, so I'm not.
I don't mind the Red Sox. And then Padres, that's the one. That's kind of a coin flip game for me in my head. Now, the bounce back, I like playing bounce backs after you get your ass kicked like they did yesterday.
I do too. So I don't think Padres are a bad play today. Let's see. I'm trying to find this Orioles. Orioles did win yesterday, so they beat the Brewers 8-4. So that ends an 8-game losing streak.
7 or 8,
right? Yeah.
So that could turn it on for them. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't bet the Orioles this game, so I'd lean Red Sox for sure.
Yep. And then Gio asked, do we still do money line parlay? Yes. So today's money line parlay, we're a little bit different today. We got WNBA playing here. We got the Indiana Fever and then the Brewers and the Tigers on the money line today. So, need that one to cash for us. I definitely like the Fever in that, though. I think they're a great spot.
Yeah, and if you haven't watched any Fever games this year, they are actually a lot of fun. And yeah, so hopefully this is just a big bounce back spot for them against the same team they just lost to 2 days ago. But now it's in Atlanta, which doesn't, I mean, wherever they go, over 50% of the fans are going to be Caitlin Clark fans anyway. So it's a home game no matter what for them, basically. So no, it should be fun.
Okay, so again, everybody in the chat for that 3-team moneyline parlay: Indiana Fever moneyline, WNBA, and then MLB Tigers and Brewers. That actually has risen too. I was checking the odds. There was the Brewers line dropped a little bit, so it actually got to plus 400. So if you guys are locking that in now, you get even better value than when we placed this morning.
I think that's great value.
Yeah, I think so too on this. And then Gio, what's the pick of the day? So German Marquez, Colorado Rockies pitcher, over 14.5 pitching outs is the free play. And then check in the Discord. We'll tell you guys, what to parlay it with if you don't have the optimal odds on that pick. Let's see who else has questions in here before we hop off. Leak asked about hockey. Let's quickly just let me pull up hockey data real quick. I do think that this is a day where we do get a home ice victory. Hurricanes down 1-0, -128 right now. I think they even up the series at home before it goes back to Florida.
Yep, I would bank on that more too. Yeah.
Let's see. Sure bets. Which other game did you have here? Let's see. Who else has any questions? Tigers win. Yes, we like the Tigers. Got the Tigers in our 3-team money line parlay. Boston win. We do like them, don't love them though, because again, it is as Evan said, a pretty weird Orioles team. Yankees. I do like the Yankees today. I'm not in love with them, but I do think they're going to get a win here.
Yep, and the model like the Yankees too.
Yep. So that's always extra confidence for us on there. Statue win. We got asked. I don't know which team that's regarding. And then NBA tonight too. We got game 2 Timberwolves Thunder. Thunder just on a different level when they're playing their best. Do you think there's a shot this gets evened up, or is this kind of OKC at home takes care of business?
I think it's going to be more competitive. I mean, Ant's going to have to figure something out of how to. They just shut him down completely. And what I saw a stat, can't remember the exact numbers, but they just shot way too many threes. They, it was just a crazy. They looked like they had no idea what was going on out there. So you got to think it's a little more competitive today. But speaking of basketball, last night that was insane. The Pacers game.
Oh my gosh, what a game! What a game! And I loved the choking celebration. I don't know if you saw the interview after. He said I would not have done that if I knew it was you.
If that did go in and it was a 3, I mean that's one of the best shots in NBA playoff history.
Yep. And so I saw a stat. I got to check this. I don't know if this is 100% accurate, but Halliburton is like 11 for 12 this season on buzzer beating shots. I mean, he has just been as clutch as
awesome.
anybody in
That's
the
cool.
league. I guess the most clutch person, at least this playoff run
Totally.
too. He's just hit, game winner after game winner, and it's gonna set up for a very exciting series because I know the Knicks are not gonna, they're gonna come in with some
totally.
fire
This
going
series
into
is going to be awesome.
so it's going to be a great series. What is the ladder pick? So make sure you join the Discord to do it. But the community did vote on the ladder today, and we ended up placing Mariners money line. So we got some people already tailing on that one. But it's Mariners on the road. People like them to stay hot. That's what the votes came in as. So let's keep it rolling. It's day 3. Hopefully we get to day 4 tomorrow.
Let's get to 10.
Then that would be awesome. And you guys, again, it starts with the free $5 when you join the Discord. Discord's completely free to join anyway, so you gain value doing that one. Let's see, we got a question about Atlanta. Yep, like the Braves today. We almost had them in the 3-team money line parlay too, so that's we've got a lot of confidence in them today. Let's see who else. What else we like? What's the ML money line picks today? Our 3-team money line parlay is going to be the Indiana Fever and then the Tigers and the Brewers. So WNBA, we like the Fever. NHL, like the home team today.
Yep.
And then we got all the props too. If you guys make sure you guys get in the Discord so you can see the whole prop list as well. Had some solid results in the first couple of days of this.
Yep. And yeah, all you guys love the action, so it's all right there. You might as well get in.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, we got to pick for you in every game now. That's what you guys wanted. So we're now doing it. We responded. Padres question mark from Alberto. Like the Padres, good bounce back spot today. And we'll see. Any last questions before we hop off?
We are so due for this 3-team money line parlay. It's not even funny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no kidding. We need that. NHL, go with the home team today. Would be the recommendation. And that would be Hurricanes money line. Boston money line. I would stay away from Boston still. Just not worth the, potential sweat on that one. Angels versus A's. I'd kind of stay away. I don't like that the model's going against it, but I do like the spot the Athletics are in to get a win here today. So it's, a little conflicting on that.
Yep, I agree. I mean, A's and Rockies are 2 sneaky upsets today.
They definitely are. Yankees question mark. Let's see. Pirates have been sneaky. Y'all still like the Brewers. We do like the Brewers. Definitely like the Brewers today. Pirates have been kind of sneaky.
They've ripped our hearts out 2 games in a row. So you better not do it a third time.
No, they can't. They can't do it a third time.
But they have. Their pitching's been good.
Yeah. No, they actually. To their credit, they have pitched well. Did you see? There was this is not going to happen, but there was like an article that came out about the Pirates trying to get Bryce Harper in a trade.
See, it'd be crazy though.
That would be crazy, but unfortunately, I don't think a move like that is. They need multiple pieces. They cannot give up everything they've got for one guy. They if they do a trade, it's got to be, hey, we're gonna get 2 or 3 just productive hitters that aren't superstars because we can't pay them or keep them. I hope they do make a move for their sake. Give Paul Skeens like meaningful baseball games.
And then you can almost rebuild your whole farm system getting rid of Paul Skeens.
Yeah. And if they're not, are they for sale right now? Is their ownership?
I haven't heard. I'm not sure. I don't even know who owns them. I don't think. I don't think so.
I just know I know that MLB put in a minimum spend that you have to do each offseason, and the Pirates struggle to get to that even. Like their minimum requirements to spend money, they don't even want to hit. And it's, if you're an MLB owner, my opinion is if you don't want to build a competitive team, just sell it. Why? Yeah, exactly. Why do it? It's not worth your time and effort. There's people out there who have, all the money in the world to spend that would love to do that and rebuild a program. So let them do it.
It's a waste of one of the most beautiful ballparks in the country too. I've been to a couple games there. It's awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, I went to one as a kid. We were passing through, and we took the ferry over to the stadium. Like it's such a cool situation. And yeah, if they're good, it's you have a fan base there that loves baseball, but it's hard to love it, right now if you're a Pittsburgh fan. Yeah, we got a comment about how bad the Reds have been. We have felt that more than anybody, I think. Mula, NBA, it's gonna be an interesting game. Personally, there's not anything I would bet besides some player
We've got
props that
one
we
good
posted.
positive EV in the VIP.
Yeah, but outside of that, I don't think Thunder on the money line is worth it. This definitely could be we saw in Denver, commanding victories, and then you lose the next game. So anything can really happen in this game. I definitely wouldn't put it, spread or money line on this one in anything.
We've stayed away from the NBA, like against the total and the spreads for a while now, and it's not been a bad thing. So
no, a lot of people have lost a lot of money this class, and we're up over the postseason because we've just been positive EV betting it, and that's worked out really, really well. So, you guys, all of our positive EV plays are here in the Discord for you every single day. So, that's where the real value is. If you guys really want to, do this to profit, throwing up just random money lines and trying to make a bet and parlay every game together is not the way to actually make money. Betting
can be fun and thrilling, though. That's for sure.
Yeah. We got a fever question mark. Definitely like them to win today. If you want to straight bet, I don't mind the spread. It's
don't mind it at all. This might be a beatdown.
Don't. I think so. I definitely think so. And it's it's more than just Caitlin Clark on this team now too. I think Aaliyah Boston's been playing incredible and they're going to be a very, very good team this year. So, if you guys haven't watched them, definitely tune into that game as well.
And that's not a bad future for them to win it all.
No, not at all. Braves and Mariners parlay. I don't mind that.
No.
For a 2-2 there, yeah. Definitely 2 games I like. All right, well, looks like it's slowing down a little bit. So, thank you all for joining again. Let's win some money today. All VIP picks are available for you guys. So, feel free to hop in. What's a good 5-team run line parlay? I don't think we've got a full 5-team run line one. That seems a little risky, unless you got a couple that you like here initially.
Well, I would say Phillies, but I mean that scares me. No, I mean maybe the Yankees, and then we obviously like the Tigers and the Brewers. So hopefully they can take care of it. But no, not really.
The Braves could be one that you might add in, and then if you want to spread, I would go WNBA. And
I don't hate that at all,
honestly. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna hop off, but we will see you guys next time. And again, everything's posted in the Discord. Join the ladder challenge in the Discord. Join the free plays in the Discord. All the props for every game's in the Discord. Everything is there. Everything you need.
It's the place to be.
There. So it's the place to be, and we'll see you guys in there. We're always in there chatting with people. So we'd love for you to join. All right. And TikTok.